Hey everybody, it's the Super Duke here, and I am doing another video. This one is on SMIDSY, or otherwise known as Sorry Mate, I Didn't See You, originating over in the UK and transferring over to some techniques you can learn to improve your motorcycle visibility when on the street. Right now, I'm on a group ride with my friend, who is very new, so I'm just kind of leading him through this new road I haven't been to. It's a bit technical, but the pace we're going 25. I have to shift out first gear because I'm keeping an eye on him, and that's as comfortable as he wants to go. And personally, me too, having never been here before, this is an extremely dirty, goaty, two-way road with only enough room for one car. So I like to be a little careful. But SMIDSY, so SMIDSY, and what that is when, well, most motorcyclists end up getting taken out in car collisions by drivers that are turning left and don't see them or recognize that they're incoming to the car, and they turn in front of the motorcyclist, creating a wall in front of them, and get them hurt or killed. So one thing you gotta do as a motorcyclist is constantly think about how visible you are to the people in the car that you are approaching. It's their job to signal and do their best to visually recognize you, but it's your job to be as visible as possible. So let's say you're going to a car, you're on a straight road, there's an intersection, and a car is just sitting there at the intersection and has no signals on, nothing, but it's running, and you can't really see the driver because the windows are tinted. But you have to go straight in front of them in order to pass them. What should you do? Well, here in California, where we can lane split, I personally like to do a slight back and forth weaving motion with my bike, and what that does is makes your headlight go side to side, and also sometimes if you turn enough, it can make your headlight blink, creating a sort of flicker motion in their rear view. And also they might think you're losing control, they might think a car is swerving. It's just gonna get their attention a lot more than sitting still. People generally notice things that are moving more than things that are sitting still. SMIDSY is based on the theory of what they call motion camouflage. It's apparently humans, how their eyes work. If something is heading straight at them at a fixed position right in the middle of their eye line of sight, then even though that object might be approaching, it is not visible to the person. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. As you approach, if you're approaching head on to someone, then they won't be able to see that you're getting closer. There's a couple things about how the background is. You're supposed to look at the car, and if the background behind them is moving, then you're moving across the background too, and you are therefore more visible. But if you are approaching a car and the background behind it is remaining still and not moving, like it kind of is right in front of me, then you can bet that your background behind you is not moving either, and therefore making you appear to be a static object. So what you can do for this is to break up your motion camouflage by doing a slight back and forth weaving motion. Very simple. You use counter steering left and right to do a slight weave. Let me demonstrate. Boom, 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 boom. But you would weave more. I don't want to do it. You can weave from, you know, side to side of the lane, the whole side to the other side, and that'll make you super noticeable. But I don't want to do it right now because, like I said, one lane road. Yeah, that helps. I notice I do it when I'm about to pass a person for lane filtering, and I do it sometimes in the middle of the lanes, just a slight wiggle, so that it makes my headlight move around. And I notice a big difference. A large amount of people move out of my way, a larger amount than before. Lost sight of the newbie. So what I do now is stop in a visible area and wait for him. Here he is, and his headlights are there. Just got to make sure that he doesn't go off the mountain, you know, or something like that. He could have slipped on some gravel and got off the side, and then I'm going to have to go grab him. And in that kind of situation, every minute counts. I don't want to take 10 minutes to go find him when I can take 3 and have EMS there in 7 minutes earlier, if you know what I'm saying. But everything's fine, so no worry about that. But anyways, so lane filtering and, you know, just passing and just approaching cars. Why not? Why not go back, you know, back and forth, side to side? It's not like you can't handle it. I mean, just don't do it when you get, say, within like 100 feet of the vehicle, or, you know, like from my distance to that end of there, stop weaving so that you are as upright as possible for when you start braking. And, you know, so that way if you have to hard brake, emergency brake, if they pull out as fast as they can right in front of you, you're not leaned over a bit like this, you know, and you know, it's just reducing the available points of traction that you have. So just stop when you get close. And if you are close enough that they could injure you by pulling out, and you're concerned about them not seeing you still, then you need to be less concerned about visibility and more concerned about how your emergency maneuvers are going to be. Yeah, so I was just thinking about that. Oh, a little more on SMIDSY. So SMIDSY would just, well, it's not called SMIDSY. I don't know what it's called, but weaving in a back and forth motion so that someone doesn't pull a SMIDSY on you, or sorry mate, I didn't see you, aka a left-hand killer turn. You would just go like this, and what this does is it breaks up your motion camouflage, like I mentioned earlier, and I was to be seen a little more. I noticed that when I do it behind cars that are in front of me, they think I want to pass them, and that works out good because I usually do. But keep in mind that if you're just doing it to do it, then it might not be effective when you actually need to do it because they need it. So save it for when you're approaching someone. For example, if someone was trying to turn left here and this was just a straight country road and they could possibly cut me off, this is about where I'd start weaving, like here. And then I'd probably stop about right here and cover the brakes and then slowly inch past him while keeping my eye on him. And keeping in a gear that would allow me to access the power band to get a quick burst of speed out of the way. Yeah, that's basically it. I don't like to do it when I'm right behind cars because, like I said, they might get the wrong idea. And it's almost pointless then, unless I'm about to split. Then I'll weave, and then I'll aim myself up for split, and then I'll go and I'll get in the cracks. And so yeah, that's all on SMIDSY. Thanks for watching. Check out my other videos and tune in next time.